Welcome to the Outdoor Test Kitchen Podcast. I'm your host, Seth, along with Jaded, and together we'll be discussing all things cooking, camping, and everything in between. We've got an exciting episode in store for you this week, so let's get started. And welcome to
the Outdoor Test Kitchen Podcast.
Yep, we are at Tyler State Park in Tyler, Texas. And we're driving around, as you notice. We're not in studio. We're out at the campsite doing our Thanksgiving camping this week.
We thought it would be fun to kind of do the podcast driving around the park.
Showing you the amenities in the park road. Now, and I'm going to say the park has great amenities, has a cool lake. I've come to this park for years. I used to scuba dive, teach diving here. But of late, this park is the worst park I've ever gone to. It's not relaxing. It's full of a bunch of trash. There's a lot of litter. Tons of it.
Yeah.
The state spends too much money. They're rebuilding the stuff. It just angers me that this park gets a lot of attention, but it is probably the most unrelaxing, awful park. It's awful. I'm just going to say it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to be nice about it. I hate Tyler State Park. I am actually regretting our camp out here. I should have picked a better place. I knew this park has just gone downhill. Yes, it's a shiny new kind of place. It's like a turd that's been polished. It looks great. It's beautiful. It's got awesome trails.
It does.
You would think that everything is great, grand, but the staff is pretty unfriendly, and I can understand why, because the typical people that come here, they come here and use it as a day use, as kind of a cheap way to party, and there's a lot of rules that are broken. There's a lot of beer. I mean, you can walk the trails and you can find all kinds of beer cans and everything else.
Yeah. You can.
Cigarette butts everywhere. And so the park staff does treat everyone like they're a prisoner.
It is true. When you're at Tyler State Park, you do get this feeling of you're a criminal, no matter who you are.
You are not welcome at the park, is the way that the staff and the park host treats everybody. There's no smiling and waving. It's always
Especially
just staring at you like, what are you doing? Well, I'm in my camp spot just camping. What is the problem? And I think it's because they're getting more money and they're getting nicer things. The state's throwing money because, this park gets good revenue. It's full all the time, especially the day use area, picnic areas. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to be the one just to call it out and be negative Nelly about it, but it's just the truth. The more and more of this park has just become more of a dump. And I get why the staff treats people like crap, is because they probably have to deal with a lot of crappy people. And that's understandably, but you know what? Most campers shouldn't be treated like that. We go out, we enjoy the park, we take care of it, we always clean our spot, we try, our soapbox is on littering.
Yep.
And it just seems that the feeling from the staff and the hosts are just, you're not welcome. And you never feel truly relaxed. And see, we're coming up on their new headquarters that they're spending a ton on.
Yeah.
Which is, that's a whole nother issue of wasted tax dollars right there.
But it really kind of boils back down to what we were talking about not too long ago, of how the experience is the most important part.
Yes, that's why we go camping. That's why we enjoy it. We like to go places where we can relax, have fun, go on hikes, be carefree. But this park, you don't feel it at all in it. The only people I would say that really would enjoy this park, or say that this is one of their favorite parks,
are the people that want to go mountain biking that aren't camping here.
Yes, and that's probably why it does have great Google reviews, is because the majority of people that actually use this park only use it during the daytime, and so they come in and they trash it up and they're out.
Yeah.
It's great, yes. Our whole family got together, we partied, blah, blah, blah. There are all kinds of people. We used the lake. Man, it was great. And we got to leave all our trash there, so no cleanup. And then they're out. So, 5-star review. But it has great potential, and it used to be a great park, because like I said, I've been coming to this park years
Forever.
and years.
I mean, I've been coming to this park forever.
Yeah. So, and it wasn't always like that. And like, there's been a couple times when we've walked into the park store in the past, not, the last few times, and those people have just been rude. Like, we're in there spending our money on stuff in the store, and you're just going to be rude? Like, no. And a lot of those positions are filled by the park hosts, which I think Tyler's, you have to check, are you a grumpy old retiree? Yes, we'll send you to Tyler.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And that's just how it is, because I know plenty of park hosts from every other park. Love them. Nice. I was up in Tawakoni this past Saturday, and it was great. And I met some of the hosts, and I met the superintendent. She was awesome. Great person. But Tyler, you just don't, like I've said it 100 times, I'll say it again, you don't feel welcome here. It's like they don't want you really here. But the park has great amenities. Like you said, mountain bike trails, it has great hiking trails, even with non-bike hiking trails. So it's nice that you can hike and not have some mountain biker just come barreling through. So they do have separate.
Yeah.
And so it does make it very nice.
I mean, their lake trail, the trail that goes around the lake, that's an awesome trail. It really is. It's
a fun, beautiful walk. It's an easy trail.
You get to walk across their dam, and there's like a little secret hidden trail too. You can go. It's right near the dam, but you can go back off and you can see where there's like a little waterfall, where the water comes, the overflow from the lake goes through. Then they've got a pretty cool little area across from the park store on the other side of the lake, where there's just a bunch of picnic tables and a fishing pier. That's a fun place to use too.
Great fishing in this lake. It's a small little lake, and again, it's all inside the park. So the benefit, you don't have to have a fishing license, even if you bring a boat.
Yeah.
You can still fish it without a license, which is awesome. I love Texas for doing that. And they have boat rental, from little rowboats to canoes, kayaks, and paddle boards. And you can rent them overnight and keep them at your campsite, which is awesome. This park, on paper, should be an amazing park.
Yeah, honestly, on paper, Tyler State Park should be really the best park.
It's awesome. It's big enough that you kind of don't feel super crowded, especially on the trails, because let's be honest, most people, like, again, go to the day use area to cook out, bring all their friends and family, party, and leave. So a lot of the trails are open. But I don't know. I was trying. We even talked over lunch. Let's point out all the great things about Tyler. And then we got to doing this, and I was like, but there's just that one thing that's I can't not say of the experience in most of the time we've stayed here.
The 80%. I mean, come on. Like we said, 80% of your opinion is the experience. Yeah. The 20%, that literally everything else is awesome here. They've got a great park road. They've got pretty good campsites. They've got
a cool area,
a well-maintained trail system.
Right, and if you scuba dive, the lake is spring fed. In fact, there's a dive platform out there that I helped put in when I used to be big into scuba diving years ago.
Yeah, so they've got all of the amenities that you could really want. The real issue comes down to they don't have the customer service, I guess you could say.
And I think really is, and I'm not gonna get any type of per se, but post this park, the attitude of the people are awful. And I think that they're run by a bunch of the scaredy cats that are like, we hate people, stay out kind of deal. Because this park, their attitude wasn't bad. The rangers weren't as bad. The hosts weren't as bad. But as soon as happened, everybody went back.
I would definitely say that post, it seems they're more profit driven than they are outdoor enthusiast driven.
Yeah.
It does seem that.
And look, now we're coming up at a nice second day area with some like smaller picnic tables and its own little fishing pier. They used to have 2 fishing piers, but they got rid of one.
Yeah, this is the area that I was talking about for the little picnic table and the fishing pier and all that. It's pretty nice. It's a nice little area.
But see, it's got so much potential, but they really need to get rid of their superintendent or bring in somebody different that will shake up the staff and bring back customer service and experience and teach their park hosts not to be a bunch of nosy Karens and let people enjoy their time with their friends and family instead of like, I don't know how many times we've had slow roll-bys. And yet, that's fine, roll by the campsite. But when we wave, like, hey, smile, how you doing? It's common courtesy. You should wave back and not give this scowl look and then drive off. Like,
and we're talking about the staff here. We're not talking about just somebody.
Not just normal people. Yeah, normal people are fine.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. But when it comes down to the park employees, they should be as cordial as possible.
Yeah, and
even if I was very mean to them, they should wave at us.
Yeah, but I mean, just show some good common courtesy and.
But also, I mean, I guess I don't know. It may be a lot of the people that they have to deal with, and so it's jaded them. I don't know.
Well, then people need to stop coming out to this park and.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think that's a hard thing to figure out exactly, just from our perspective, to figure out exactly what it really is. But
I think it's
definitely
Tyler.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would definitely say that it's not every park. This is really one of the only parks that I can think of that the staff or the park or
the
whatever
staff and the volunteers here.
They make you feel like you don't belong.
Yeah, you're not wanted here. Like, this is just for us. Y'all need to leave.
Yeah,
it's kind of the attitude that they give off, and I mean it's pathetic because if you're working for the state at a state park, man, you've got a pretty cush job. I'm sorry, you do. Let's not beat around the bush. You get to work in beautiful surroundings. Yeah, you might have to deal with some a-holes. Look, see, I waved at a guy. That's just called common courtesy. But I don't understand how they can have such a bad attitude all the time. And it's like they purposely look for things to jam you up and question. You're like, I'm not doing anything. And so what? Yeah, we may have some beers, but we know the rules. It's no public display of alcohol, but inside your camper, inside your shelter and tent, and you want to crack back a cold one and enjoy it, that's fine. But also be respectful if you do that. Don't, get sloppy drunk and cause an issue. I get that would make me angry too. If there's some sloppy drunk campers hooting and hollering, I would not be too happy.
Yeah, which I think they may have that.
an issue with that. Is,
Because if you walk on the trails, you see a lot of beer cans, like we said.
Yes, and it's very frustrating because we came out here and we wanted to have a good, fun experience, but this is what, second day, and it's already like, oh, I'm ready to pack up and just call it. Be like, no, never again, Tyler, never again. I'm not coming back to this park. I'm never going to stay here again. I come back from the daytime and just use the facilities how people do it now, but to come back here and camp, I'm not going to. And their camp spots are also, it feels like you're in a big city. You're on top of each other. It's like your houses are boom, 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 boom. There's no real, even semi-privacy in between the campsite. So everybody is just on top of each other. I mean, that's kind of the other annoying thing about it is their actual, even their RV sites, they're just like, boom, stacked upon each other. Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah,
boom.
they really are.
And their campsites are the same way. Like, we have one of the only somewhat private where we don't have neighbors right next to us.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have the bathroom right up, which is kind of convenient.
Yeah, it's pretty convenient.
But you also have a lot of people that are coming and stopping by and using it, which is not a problem. Hey, you gotta go, you gotta go. It's more just very frustrating that the layout is more done to just jam as many people in here.
Well, like I said, I think it's more, this park is based off of being profitable.
Yes, I mean, that's the only reason the state is putting money into this park and not putting into other parks.
Yeah, like Purtis Creek
Poor little
barely
park.
gets any funding.
They lost their new bathroom, which
Yeah.
I'm not complaining.
Actually, yeah. Which, on an interesting topic, that we're actually kind of happy about. But anyways.
Very happy. Keep the real showers.
Yeah, that's just because, once again, this, I guess the state of Texas just wants its people who enjoy the outdoors to feel like prisoners,
Yeah.
and give them prisoner showers.
That's it.
So,
But that is, yeah, that's kind of, it used to be a great park. Plus, on another thing about the money, this park, and I'm not talking 20, 30 years ago, I'm talking not less than 10 years, it was $3 to get in. Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Inflation, but now it's $6, and it's $6 a person. So if you load up your car, I mean, it can get expensive. And that's why we recommend park passes wherever you go.
Yeah, it's true. Park passes will save you a lot of money.
Yes. But it's just crazy that it's gotten more expensive to come out here, and the experience is getting worse and worse. It's like, what? I got to pay more to feel unwelcome when I can go to a little small park, and there's a ton around here that are still $3, $4 to get in, and be like, hey, I feel welcome. The staff is happy that I'm here. And most other parks have a really good programs throughout the year, and they try to let you know. Tyler State Park, I have no idea if they're having any type of programs in November.
Actually, you bring up a solid point. The Tyler State Park made it pretty clear to the Texas Dutch Oven Society that they don't want them here.
Yeah, which is insane.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But
Oh, they just don't want the hassle of it. And it's like, what? It's not a hassle. What? Your staff guys? Well, and they also will like, well, if you do, then we're going to charge you this much for that. And it's kind of like, oh.
yeah.
Like a lot of the parks are like, no, you're bringing in people? Yeah, use our little pavilion. No one's rented it. But Tyler is like, nope, you ain't paying, you ain't playing.
Yep. So, kind of circles back to that. They just care about profits. They don't really care about people getting out here.
And I guess it's unfair. I would like to, and maybe I will, contact the superintendent here and have just an off-the-record conversation of like, hey, this is my concern. I'm just wondering what's gone on. Because I remember coming to this park as a kid, and it was always a great experience.
Yeah.
Now I come as an adult, and it's crap.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I really enjoyed coming out to this park. It was always a lot of fun.
So, I don't know. I think we're done with this park for a while.
Yeah.
I'll come out here during the day, check it out, see if it's anything. But as far as camping and their campsites and shelters are expensive. Like, dude, there's too many other great parks that have great amenities that are a lot less to camp at. And it's like, goodness, you know, if I want to pay these prices, I'll go to a resort.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's just yes, I am being cheap.
But I mean, our true opinion is, if you're the kind of person that wants to go camping and enjoy a couple evenings out at a state park, Tyler State Park may not be the place for you.
No.
But if you just want to come use the park for daytime, or you want to go ride your mountain bike, or you want to go hike a trail or two, or go swimming in a lake, it is a great park to do that.
Yeah.
It is.
You will not feel welcome if you're camping. And if you're not, and that's the thing I think about sometimes this park and how Tyler is in general. If you're not in Tyler and part of a Tylerite, they somehow can sense that and they're like, no, you don't belong here. You're not a native. I'm telling you, that's how it goes around these parts.
Mm-hmm.
So as we see, we're pulling back into our little camp area.
Yes.
Yes, our little kitchen, and we got a shelter, which is cool. As you can see, we are probably the only kind of secluded shelter. This is a great one.
Yeah, it is.
Except the bathroom was up there, like, but hey.
Yeah, the bathroom's
quick, easy walk.
right up there. But there is no campsite next to us or across the street from us at all.
No.
So it is pretty secluded on this site.
You would think it was pretty great, but it is not, because the park staff, they like to slow down and look in your business and see, are you breaking a rule? No, I'm just relaxing. And how can I relax when you're eyeballing me every 30 seconds?
And really, it's not the fact of them just going by and looking, because, you know, we do have a pretty well decorated area. It's more the fact that they slow down and looking, and we're waving at them, and there's no wave back, no smile.
Yeah.
So that's what gives us the feeling that, well, they're just trying to see, well, what the heck? Are you breaking any rules?
Yeah, can I come tell y'all can't do something? Can I wield what little power I have over you?
That's the perception that you receive from the zero cordialness, no nothing, just mean mugging and looking at you.
Yeah. Well,
But
that's my view on Tyler. I don't know if y'all can tell, I'm not a fan. But
couldn't tell.
yeah, and I guess we're gonna. Well, and it's a shame because we're gonna cook some awesome stuff.
We are.
Instead of a recipe of the week, we'll run down the menu.
Yeah. Yeah. So the reason we're out at Tyler State Park is so that we can record our Thanksgiving special.
Mm-hmm. And we're having some friends that live in the area are going to come out later and join us when we make the dinner. And that's why the only reason I picked Tyler State Park, honestly, is because it was close to them. Otherwise, we would have gone somewhere else. So I should throw that in there. So
yeah, so we came here because it was closer to our friends. We're having a good old friends Thanksgiving, and But yeah, so we've got a pretty cool menu planned.
We made some awesome dressing or stuffing. Cornbread. We're in the South, obviously. Even though there's all types of stuffings, from pork stuffing, which I do want to try that one. There's oyster stuffing, gizzard stuffing, white bread, cornbread, blah, 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 blah. But we're in the South, so we obviously did good old cornbread stuffing, or dressing, as they call it, because it's not actually doesn't go in the bird, so it's not stuffing.
Yeah.
It's,
and we did a sweet cornbread. Not that, I guess, just cornbread.
yeah, I know. So there's people, it's like chili, beans or no beans, sweet cornbread or not sweet cornbread.
Yeah.
Those are kind of the things, but yeah, and we kind of doctored it up, and man, we already made it, and it was really good. And
It was really good.
We're working on a cool acorn squash pie, which is really flavorful. We've made them in the past, and I really wanted to let people experience that acorn squash is a great pie filling, just like a pumpkin pie or a sweet potato pie. I want to try butternut squash. I bet that would be pretty good.
Oh, I bet it would.
But it makes a really good pie, because a lot of times you roast acorn squash with butter, brown sugar, and you just serve it like that. That was one of the first times I had acorn squash done for me, was with the brown sugar and everything. I was like, it would be great. Just pull this all out and you can make a pie out of it and make a dessert. And so I tried it years back, and it just really turned out well.
Yeah.
So we were doing that one. And then we're smoking a nice, beautiful duck.
Oh, yeah. Smoked duck in our awesome little smoker we got.
Yes. We've talked about the little electric cabinet smoker, and we also are using it kind of as an oven as well.
We just posted a video not too long ago about our smoked meatloaf.
Oh, yes.
That was fun.
But the duck, we're doing kind of I guess it's a very earthy rub. It has cinnamon and a little allspice. I know, maybe a little different, but it turns out really good. Salt, and you kind of dry brine it with that. And we're going to smoke it and glaze it with brandy, honey, and orange. We actually tried this out the other day to make sure everything worked, because we test things. Yep. And the duck was awesome, so I'm excited to do that. And then we're doing some smashed sweet potatoes.
Oh, yeah. Smashed sweet potatoes. Those are really good.
Oh, yeah. And it's basically, you're just taking some sweet potatoes that we pre-cook, and then butter in a skillet, put them on, sear them, flip them, sear them, but then you kind of smash them down. You're not to mash them, just to kind of break them up. And then you pour a little cream, some fresh herbs, let that kind of reduce. Oh, it's so good. So
it's
simple.
Worth a try.
Delicious. We've been doing that for a while. That's a go-to for sweet potatoes. We're doing our take on a green bean casserole. Yeah. But we're doing sugar snap peas and kind of making our own cream of mushroom sauce to pour over the top. But we are staying with tradition of the little crispy onions. So.
Oh, yes. Can't forget those.
Yes. Then our harvest salad, which we have a video already about that. That's a really good salad. Yeah, we're gonna have a nice little spread, and we'll show you guys. But we kind of set up a little buffet and did our little picnic area real nice, and that's the fun part. And that's the unfortunate part about this park, is we have it all, so we're gonna have fun with our friends and everything. But then the park just makes you feel so uncomfortable. It's like, well, I'm not doing anything wrong. Yeah. I'm just setting up, a little extravagant for probably most people, but we're having guests and having like a Thanksgiving dinner. So, it should be a lot of fun. Did I miss anything on the food?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think I got covered it all.
Yeah. Hey, and if we did forget something, you'll have to watch the Thanksgiving special.
That's right. So, yeah.
Well, I guess we're gonna step off of our soapbox.
Yes, my love for Tyler State Park. No, It should be such an awesome park. It really should. But you just don't feel comfortable, and it's not relaxing like every other park. I feel bad. I feel like I would get yelled at if I hung a hammock and it was relaxing. Like, whoa, you can't do that. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I was just trying to relax.
Well, you know.
But no, but we'll still make it fun because at least our friends are going to come and we're going to have an awesome meal. So it's still a win. We're still outdoors, still enjoying ourselves, and we're not going to let the mean people ruin our Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. Well, basically, we just vented to you about it.
Yes.
And we're just going to enjoy the rest of our camping trip.
Yes, and we wanted to inspire y'all to go out and have a good time, but just know some parks aren't the best ones to pick.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't pan out exactly how you're hoping it to, but you just got to adapt and keep going.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing. So we got to check our pie. It's in the oven.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the acorn squash pie.
Mm-hmm. Oof. Mm. The thing that sucks is we can't taste test it till tomorrow.
I know. Well,
I should have made 2.
we could.
Just have a missing piece.
Yeah. They would know why.
That's true. That's true. Well,
Alrighty, well, don't forget to like and subscribe, comment, let us know what you think. Have you been to Tyler State Park? Do you feel the same? Do you think differently? Let us know. But yeah.
yes, indeed. And don't forget, check us out on our website, outdoortestkitchen.org, for some of the great recipes. All the Halloween recipes should be up there.
And look forward to our Thanksgiving special coming out probably next week.
Yes, indeed. And hopefully to inspire you all to get out there and have an awesome Thanksgiving as well, and be grateful for spending time. So I guess that's vented a little bit, but ultimately I am grateful that we can be out here and that we can enjoy it with people. And you know what? I'm not going to let some grumpy employees and volunteers ruin what we were so thankful for.
That's exactly right.
So, all right. Well, remember, keep camping and keep good.
Yeah.